welcome to Nicole's Needlework. Today is December 11th and it's right around 9 a.m. We are staying in an Airbnb. Nope, this is not my artwork here. This is, or I don't even know what you would call that. But no, it's not mine. It's temporary. I got Ginger here. She took about a week to finally settle in, and now she's doing great. Oreo took like 2 hours maybe, and then she kept looking at Ginger, like, chill out, Ginger. So the lighting is a little weird here. I have my odd light over here to try and give me some good light, and I've got lighting, I don't know. So I'm just doing the best I can. I've had messages. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me to see how everything's going. Everything's going good. We sold our house. We found another house. It's actually in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So we'll be moving a few hours north of here, just outside of Charlotte. So it'll be nice to stay in South Carolina for the boys and everything. We'll see how it goes, but we can't close on our house until January 5th, so we're going to stay in another Airbnb near Charlotte until we can close. So we're staying here for one more week. We're near Folly Beach, so we're having kind of a mini vacation before we have to go up there. But I didn't get a ton of stitching. I was kind of, because I was worried about finding a house, so I didn't really get a lot of stitching in. Once we found the house, I kind of settled down and was able to get some things done. But I didn't really keep up with my planner too well. You can see it's kind of empty. So I'll just kind of go through what I worked on. So I worked on this, in this Sewing Club book. I worked on the first project in the book, which is Rose Hips and Ivy. And it's a pretty drum. So I worked on that just a little bit. And this is on 36 count Winter's Brew, or Winter Brew by R&R. And I'm using all the called for threads. And it looks like they're all Weeks Dye Works threads. So definitely want to get back to that. It's so pretty. Go through here randomly what I worked on. I do have a couple finishes from the Ooh La La book. The first one I finished was Last Rose of Summer, and it's this right here. And I stitched it on 40 count vintage sand dune by Lakeside Linens, and I used all the called for threads. That was so much fun to stitch. It took me just a couple days. I really had a lot of fun stitching this. And I copied Brenda. She used 36 count vintage sand dune, so I kind of copied her finish, and I'd love to do it in a shaker box like she did. And then I finished this one in the book, and it's Her Fair Works sewing box. And this is kind of based on the bigger sampler, Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring. So this was elements taken from that. And this took me about 5 days to finish, maybe a week. But that was a lot of fun too. And this is 36 count vellum. I thought it was fawn, but I think it's vellum. And I used all the called for threads for that also. What's funny, a lot of the threads I've been using are very, very similar. Like baked apple, cinnabar, kind of brick, olive greens, Oscar, Dirt Road, Palomino, kind of all that same color palette. Another one I thought about starting is this Stacy Nash Gallery in the Greens sampler. And I pulled the threads for that. Again, very similar color palette. The only difference is this bee's knees, this gold, yellowy gold. And I did get a teeny tiny start, and then I'm like, nah, I don't really want to work on this right now. Let's see. Right there, that's it. The border is very kind of intricate. So I put it down. It wasn't really calling to me. Let's see. And then I decided to start Joyeux, Noel, I think that's how you say it. Joyeux. From this Blackbird Designs book. I just have a tiny start on this as well. And this is 40 count straw flower by Lakeside Linens. And I have all the called for threads here. Not all the called for, I think I subbed out a couple. Yeah, I think instead of roasted marshmallow, I decided to use ragdoll. And that might be the only substitute I did. I feel like I made another one, but maybe not. And then I worked on, I don't know if I worked on this at all since my last video. Harriet Elizabeth Coe. That's one I need to get back to. And this is on 40 count vintage light exemplar by Lakeside Linens. And I'm using all the called for threads for this. I was going to do a conversion, but decided just go with the original colors. Whoops. Noel Sampler by Brenda Gervais. I didn't really work on too much, just a tiny bit. And I think all I worked on was some letters on the bottom. That VWX. And this is on 40 count Dusty Road by Seraphim. And I'm using all the called for DMC. And so Harriet Brown sampler by Sampler Pin Keep. Harriet Brown Redwork sampler Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. I think I worked on this just a tiny bit. And this is just kind of mindless. It's almost like working on a bunch of different borders. And this is on 40 count Parchment by Weeks Dye Works, the old Weeks. And I'm using the called for Gentle Arts Old Red paint. So, love that. And let's see, oh, did work on this a little bit. Mary Barr's sampler by Stacy Nash. So I've been working on this pathway to the house and the grass around the little pathway there. Once I get all that grass done, then I can start on the house, which will be a lot of fun. But this is 40 count creme brulee by R&R, and the called for Weeks Dye Works threads, which are all a mess. There's the cover. So once I get done with all that, I can get started on that house there. And then Winter Rose Manor. I didn't really work on this too much. I'm still kind of undecided about my linen. I might just go with it. The only problem I'm having is my color conch. It's not really showing up against this linen. I'm wondering if I just keep stitching, if it'll be fine once the windows are in and everything else. And this is linen I just over dyed with tea and coffee. So I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about that. I'm using all the called for threads. Again, the color palette. So, one to think about there. So that's it. Oh no, that's not it. I did get a little bit of stash. So, the house we are buying is very close to Stitch and Frame shop. That may be, sorry for the sprinkling, that may be dangerous. It'll be nice though to have a cross-stitch shop so close if I need threads or anything. But they got an order of Lakeside in, which I noticed they had a stack on the counter, so a lot of it's already gone. They had a little bit left when I got there, so I was able to snag a piece of vintage pecan butter, which is one of my absolute favorite linens. Love that. So that'll probably be saved for a sampler. And then I did have an order with fire poppies. So I wanted to stitch, oops, I've got threads here. I wanted to stitch Brenda Gervais freebie she came out with, the little stitch along. So I got a piece of vellum, just a fat eighth, and this is 40 count vellum. Very, very pretty neutral. And then I got some threads because I would have had them if I had my stash, but I only brought this basket with some whips in it, and I wish I could have brought more, but my car was already jam-packed full of stuff that we needed to bring to the Airbnb, plus the cats. I had my son's computer, I had, you know, just stuff you don't think you'll need, but I needed. So unfortunately there wasn't room for a lot of stitching stuff. But so I ordered a few threads, and I had some already with other projects for the Miriam Minty. Is that right? Miriam Minty stitch along. So this is what I have so far. It's a really cute, sweet little piece. I'm so generous of her to do this. I know it lifted my spirits. I'm sure it lifted a lot of other people's spirits too. Because we're not having, for a lot of people, they're not having a normal Christmas. I know I'm not going to see family this year. I'll have my husband and kids with me, of course, but we're not going to Florida. One, because of moving, and two, because of COVID. It's just not worth it. And my dad's not in Florida. So it's definitely a different Christmas for a lot of people, not just me. So this is a fun little, it'll be fun to have it finished and put out for next year. we hopefully have a more normal Christmas for everyone. So this has been a lot of fun. So I'm working on part 2 right now. Part 3 just came out, and it looks like part 4 will be out tomorrow. And since I'm using 40 count, I'm just using 1 strand for everything. So, and my avocado is very yellowy green, but it's okay. I'm just going with it. It's gonna be cute. So that has been a lot of fun to work on. I do have a little bit of knitting. So I've been working on this Sprites Fen shawl by Helen Stewart. Let's see how this goes. And this is a pretty lace weight, half circle. It's got feather and fan in there. I'm really enjoying this shawl. When I just want something kind of mindless, I'll work on this. And this is, I believe this is Astrid Gray Prairie by Madeline Tosh. So, a lot of fun. And that's the main knitting I've been working on. The other knitting I have, which I haven't worked on too much, is my What the Fade shawl. And this is the one with the brioche. So it has the brioche up here, and then it's going down into garter stitch fade here. So it's really pretty, and I really would like to finish it for this winter, since it's definitely much colder up where we'll be. So anytime I look on the weather, it's usually about 10 degrees colder than here. So if it's 35 in the morning here, it's usually like 25 there. But yeah, this is really pretty, and this is done with all different, mainly hedgehog fibers. But I believe this is a Madeline Tosh rose, I think it is. Hedgehog fibers, yeah, that's rose. I think this is cheeky. This is hedgehog fibers. I want to say this is graphite, typewriter, and salty tails hedgehog. So most of them are hedgehog. Oh, and then no, this is graphite. Sorry, and this is crystal. So, yeah, I definitely need to get back to that. It's a lot of fun. That's the back side. That's the other brioche. Brioche is a two-sided, so it looks different. So anyway, a lot of fun. Need to get back to. Oh, I do have one other thing. So I went to Walmart and got some groceries and saw they had peaches and cream, which is just the, you know, standard cotton, kitchen cotton for dishcloths and that sort of thing. So I decided to crochet a dishcloth for a new house. I want to do a couple more, but I love these dishcloths. They're the best. It's just a single crochet, very easy, and then you just kind of do a border around. And once they wash up, it'll tighten up a little. But I just got these Lion brand, like bamboo hooks. They're fine. So I think that's it. Trying to get Ginger in there. Come here. I just wanted to, so this is just going to be a quick video. I just wanted to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I probably won't be able to get to do another video until we get moved into our house and get settled. So I just wanted to share real quick what I've been working on and give a life update. And Ginger's like, leave me alone. I hope you all take care and stay safe out there. I know cases are getting really bad again. Just be careful, wear a mask, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.